Do any of you remember this creepy ass man? This is Joel Favier, and he was temporarily the lead singer of the band Get Scared. They were a post-hardcore band from Utah that was formed in 2008, and then in 2013 they were signed by Fearless Records. They were really like making a name for themselves. Now, Joel only joined the band because their original lead singer left to focus on his own projects. He was only in the band for like a year. He was between 2011 and 2012, and then he got kicked out and the original lead singer came back. Now, around this time, I was a preteen, and I had gotten my own YouTube account, and I would post little videos of me playing covers of like My Chemical Romance songs on my acoustic guitar. And one day I get a comment on a video, and it's from this man. And he says, "Oh my God, I love your voice. I sing for Get Scared. We should collab." And all the other kids in the comments are like, "Oh my God, he sings for Get Scared. You have to say yes. This is a huge opportunity." And I'm like really excited, and I don't really know what to do, and I don't know how to contact him, and then time passes and I kind of forget about it, but I always kind of keep it in the back of my head of like, oh, this was a cool thing that happened when I was younger. I wonder if my life would have been different if I had done that. Well, guess what happened in 2017? This. So that's pretty fucking terrifying. And in 2018, he was charged with 12 years in prison, and he's currently serving it for doing bad things related to children. Just in case you needed another story of how men in the scene need to be checked.
This is Hauska Castle. It was built just north of Prague in the Czech Republic in the 13th century, and it is shrouded in mystery. Most of its windows are fake, and it was never really built for occupancy. For example, it has no kitchen, it has no water, and for a long time, it had no occupants. Location of the castle is also strange. It has no strategic placement, but instead is surrounded by swamps and forest. Hauska Castle was built on a rocky cliff covering a hole in the ground, and many believe this hole is the gateway to hell, and that Hauska Castle was built to keep evil within its walls. This hole is so deep that nobody has seen the bottom of it. When construction on the castle first began, prisoners were offered a full pardon for their crimes, but only if they consented to being lowered into the hole by rope and report back with what they saw. The first man that was offered this happily accepted. After all, he was young and healthy and was hopeful for a second chance. But it was just seconds after being lowered into the hole that he began screaming and begging to be lifted back up. When he was, his hair was gray and he looked as if he had aged 30 years. After this, he was sent to a mental facility where he died 2 days later from unknown causes. A chapel has since been built over top of this supposed gate to hell to keep evil from spilling out into the world.
Apparently, someone captured these creepy decorations actually moving or something. Someone sent me this, and I'm checking it out with you guys. Number one, I absolutely hate clowns. This is terrifying. I don't know if you hate clowns, but apparently she kissed this clown. That's really creepy. I can't even, like, watch this video. Apparently, that is the one that's supposed to move. Dude, the head did just move. What the heck? Now both their heads are moving? Are they gonna run after her?
Recently, scientists explored part of the deep sea that had never been seen before. Let me show you what they found. This new deep sea batfish. It's a type of anglerfish, and they're in the same group as the Louisiana pancake batfish and the red-lipped batfish. I think they're calling it dumpling. That's the name they had on the image file. Also, a new blind eel, which is pretty transparent, and apparently gives birth to live young. I also saw this flatfish. Here's a close-up. And this conger eel. They also found a slender snipe eel. They didn't give any pictures of the one they found, but here's a representative. Their mouth is always open, and they like to eat crustaceans. And all of these were found 1,500 miles off the coast of Australia.
Very creepy facts you probably didn't know about. When a person is electrocuted in the electric chair, they feel everything. They are fully aware of their bodies being fried as it happens in real time. One inmate who survived the first round of electrocution said it tasted like cold peanut butter. In 1844, there was a case of hysteria in a French convent of nuns. One started meowing, and after a week all the nuns were meowing harmoniously in the afternoons. It didn't stop until neighbors called soldiers. Your insides are constantly moving around and stuff. About 3,000 people disappear every year in the US and are never found again. There was a news story on a woman with a rare type of epilepsy that causes her to see everything like a slideshow or a video game that gets 10 FPS. She described watching cars drive by and saying they freeze in place for a moment, and then snap into position further down the road over and over.
Caden and a couple of friends were camping in the middle of the woods when all of a sudden they hear a screeching sound, a howling sound, and then this happens.
I don't know.
That was a fucking child screaming.
Joe, listen.
Or like a fucking woman or something. That was a female fucking screaming. Phil? Please, please, please. No, 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 no. Oh my god, Phil, it sounds like somebody's being fucking raped.
At first, his subscribers thought it was a mountain lion, which is a common thing when you're in the middle of the woods. But then, this happened.
Oh my god, Phil, it sounds like somebody's being fucking raped.
Dude, you need to fucking help that fucking person, man. Hey, it's probably somebody fucking.
Phil, that sounds like fucking like some scary movie shit.
Fucking middle of
Dude,
nowhere.
I have
The biggest fucking revolver ever, dude. That's fucking.
Go first.
Dude, we're in the fucking middle of nowhere.
Dude, that sounds like some haunted ass shit, dude. What happened to the other steel target? There's one right there on the ground. It's on the ground.
Look. The fuck is what?
That right there. What the fuck is that?
Dude, that's not. No.
Please tell me you guys are fucking with me.
Did you see it? Well, neither did I, nor Caden and his friends. What appears to be a humanoid creature of some sort can be seen peeking from behind one of the trees. But this is only possible after brightening up one of the videos. This is one of the creepiest things I've ever seen. Check this out.
Did you know that taking a selfie could end up saving your life? Jen and a couple of her friends were getting ready to head out for the night. The women did their makeup at her apartment, got ready, and before they left, snapped a couple photos of themselves. The women went out and had a great night, and midway through, Jen decided to look through some of those selfies they took. She was swiping through the photos when she noticed something strange. In the background of all of them, you could see inside of her closet, and it looked like something was in there. So she zoomed in and saw this. Jen immediately dialed 911. Police arrived to find and arrest the man that was hiding in her closet, awaiting her return later that night. Police told her that she's lucky she took those photos. So before you head out next time, take a selfie. Seriously, take the selfie.